Hey everyone, Sean Joel here from Elevation Leaders, where we help you 10x your business valuation. I apologize for the delay in getting another video to you. It's been quite some time. The reason we've been waiting this long is because we've been revamping this newsletter, which you're seeing right now. It's a whole new version. And we've also got all the work done on the new French and English website. Please do go check it out at elevationleaders.com. Would love to have your feedback. One of the things you'll notice on there is that we have our coaches now, so the different coaches that we're working with, mostly here in Canada, one in South Africa, of course, which is Justin. And you will also see a very cool FAQ section. This comes from something we learned from Marcus Sheridan, They Ask You Answer. We've put together about 30 questions that you may have about coaching, about scaling up versus EOS. Do you need a business coach? Are you ready for that? And just to be 100% clear, there's nothing salesy here. We're not trying to sell you any type of service or product. We're just giving you pure information, including costing, on what it is to have business coaching in your life. So please do check those things out. Now, for today, we want to do a quick video on why you should be building your business to sell. So when I start working with entrepreneurs and companies, what I realize a lot of times is that they have different ideas for what they want to do with the business. Some of them want this as a lifestyle business, some want to grow and scale, some others want to pass this on to their children. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what you want to do with your business. The number one thing to keep in mind is that you always want to build your business to sell. Because if your business could be sold, it means that the business is not dependent on any specific individuals, and it will also mean that your processes, and most specifically your standard operating procedures, will be in place and will be able to help the next person coming in who buys, or the next entity that comes in to buy the business, run the business without your involvement. And I think at the end of the day, number one thing that entrepreneurs are looking for is independence and freedom. The only way to achieve this is to truly have a business set up the right way. You know, I feel like our personal story is similar. I left my lighting business about 4 years ago at this point, and when I left, it was a very sad moment for a few different reasons. One of the reasons was obviously leaving this adventure and this journey that I've been working on, although I've been staying involved with it, which is really awesome. But at the same time, it was sad because my leaving did not have any type of detrimental effect on the business. And this should be a joyous moment, and it is. And at the same time, it hits the ego a little bit because you say to yourself, wow, the business is able to run without me. But at the end of the day, that is why it is so powerful to build a business that way, because your business being able to run without you is the sign that you've done the right things the right ways. So what are the two major components that you're going to look at? It always does come down to people and process. Okay, so number one, how strong is the team around the table? Now, of course, as we mentioned, it's really important to bring strong people around the table. At the same time, you do not want these individuals to have all of the knowledge of the business simply in their heads, because this will be a huge detriment to your valuation moving forward. So yes, you want to have this amazing rock star team, but you want to make sure that the information is not just in their heads. And that's why the second part, after you have the right people put in the right seats, is making sure you have the right processes in place. So we talked about this thing, standard operating procedures, SOPs. You can look up a lot on this. There's checklists that are available out there, mapping of your processes, implementing lean methodology. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. You don't need to get too complicated on the way you want to implement it. What you really want to do is first identify what are the 4 to 9 core processes that drive your business. Once you can figure out those 4 to 9 core processes, you can start building one of them at a time. We often recommend building one per quarter. So if you build one per quarter, you can imagine it can take you approximately 2 years to get through all of these. And if you can do that really carefully, build those processes, and then each process should have about 4 to 6 pages of explanations on how to run it. So I want to give you an example. Perhaps you have a process called your talent development process. See how I'm mixing up people and process right here, all in one melting pot. So you have your talent development process. What you want to be doing is making sure that if someone leaves, if your VP of HR or talent, or your director of talent leaves, anyone from the exterior could come in, look at this process and understand exactly how you hire, recruit, hire, develop, retain, train, all that information, onboard, building culture, that will all go into that process. So imagine how strong it would be for that new person to come in and be able to be handed, a digital book explain to them exactly how the process is run that touches HR and talent. So once you can start doing this for all of your different departments, it has a huge impact on the business. So always remember, build a business to sell. To do so, you want to have the right people in the right seats, and you absolutely want to have the right processes documented, defined, and eventually optimized to make sure that they're working and firing on all cylinders. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Again, check out the new website. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if you have other people that you think would be interested in knowing more about Elevation Leaders or to get onto this newsletter, please direct them to the new website. It would be really appreciated. Thanks. Have a great day.